Yes. So, only losers win in this game. It's about loss that we come to learn about ourselves, and ultimately we can win in this game. Mystic poet Jalaluddin Rumi once said, "Ours is not a caravan of despair. Come. Even though you've broken your vows 1,000 times, come, yet again come." So that's what my talk is about today. It's about how I kind of broke all the rules and I did everything you're not supposed to do, and I did it a lot, and I probably still do a lot of it today, but I still come, yet come again, come. I am a product of the psychedelic revolution in San Francisco. The summer of love, 1967. I did it all. I got in some trouble, and I saw a lot about myself. And after a while, existence led me to New York as a young gay man. And gay liberation. I promised myself I wasn't going to cry. But, it was just, I was with brothers and sisters, and we had power. And I'm so grateful that I am one of the survivors of the AIDS epidemic, so I can tell our story. But in the meantime, I became one of those second-generation angel-haired hipsters that Allen Ginsberg spoke about in Howl, who were dragging themselves through the Negro night at dawn, looking for an angry fix. I went down a rabbit hole, and it wasn't just drugs, but alcohol, and it led me to some delusional places. But at the same time, I had this creative force going within me, and I drove a taxi cab for a living in New York for 10 years. So I was writing a lot of poetry in my off time. In the evening, I'd be driving the cab, and I would be memorizing it at that time. In terms of success, I was able to give my message to other people, but inside I was dying. But through the kiss of existence, I somehow woke up one day, went to work, met a woman, told me about a man in India, and 9 months later, I was in India. And for the grace of existence, my whole life changed. So I want to illustrate my talk today by a poem that I've written over the last 38 years. I finished it last night. So the last part I may have to read. My friend and I went walking on a street of broken dreams. Impaled tricks on a crucifix, our vision sight unseen. Well, he had designs on Sylvia and the poet Anne Sexton too. He called himself Chichi Rodriguez. He was a performing frou-frou. We slept with a steamy beat of conga on Lonely Avenue A, where third world nights were rocking, people digging BLS all day, while out in the hall was a madman. He had a hammer and a chain. He did a number on the landlord. He was living in the name of the Latin flames that ignited through our railroad flat. Yeah, Chichi got excited, left for some mysterious intellectual cat, so I sat by the telephone in emotional contact with the unknown. I had a fester in my underwear. It had grown. Well, a vagabond and an outlaw showed up with a black dog, so I said, "Make yourselves comfortable, boys. Welcome to the fog." But the walls of the apartment showed a rock-hard vein, and power plays became hideous, just like Citizen Kane. So I spent my nights abusing in a yellow taxi cab, out in the traffic cruising for a victim stab, refusing with booze. I got caught out of step. Criminal mischief took over. I got a case of hep. The feeling personality on a crowded avenue. The feeling personality in a cage without view. the feeling personality on a beach without sand. This feeling personality needed another plan. So on the turn of a dime, passing through time, biting through the crease, my tongue off the leash, recycling the words of the innermost core, out of the darkness, passing through the hole from frenetic vision to beatitude. Super sensuality, increased solitude, carrying a banner that belongs to no saint. It's a let-go trip without restraint. No censors to strip me or cut out my tongue. Amongst that right rhythm, I have to be sung. So I sing, sing, sing it. I pass it on. I'm a circle ringing from an inner pond. I'm a twister in perpetual motion, in deep devotion to the light of the honest vernacular, without the whimsical interludes of the day to day when we pay with our minds, and the whys and the hows and the whens and the wheres become ideas that are shared no longer by dogs on the wall, but the steady footfalls through the luminous gates into solid, no-mind states. My friends, we are a blend of that which never ends and that which grows. Amidst the constant flow with the kiss of existence, letting our resistance drop. It seems we never stop laughing at ourselves. We're latter-day elves, caught in a rose connection, a confection of smiles and tears, yes, and fear and truth thrown in. It's a true godsend. We're distant kin, gathering again, shining under the whim of the moon up above, where push no longer comes to shove, but to uncover the silence within the depths of science. Transcendental clues left by a universal muse that leads to the reversal homily of redemption, the high quality of exemption, in the driver's seat of vision, radiant in the glow of precision. This ain't about religion, it's about the heart. So, that's about it. I wish I could take a selfie. So what I'm trying to convey to you all is about this spaciousness that comes with redemption. This ability that sure might step out of line a few times, but there's always that chance. There's always that ability to remember thyself, as George Gurdjieff once said. It's about coming back home, returning to the source. And I was blessed to hear these words many years ago in India. It was like an invitation. And it was like, he said, life is not a problem to be solved, but a mystery to be lived. So today, if I can give you anything, I can hand out that invitation and invite you, if you're not already there, into the mystery where nothing is formed in the bowels of Gabriel's horn. Thank you.